Alright everybody, welcome to Shandalar, home of the slivers, the predators, basically. I kind of want to play around with this deck because it's scary, and annihilating things is never bad. You only have 9 turns to escape the jail. Um, Defender until prison term. Enters the battlefield on your opponent's control, you may attach prison term to that creature. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Alright, let's get some lands going. Because that's what this deck does, is we're going to play lands and ramp up to big scary creatures. Defender first strike, 2-1, okay. Let's play the Farhaven Elf. He decided not to transfer it. I wish to use that ability because why not? Why wouldn't I want to use that ability? Actually, you know what? I'm going to change an option here. There's a browse the entire library thing that's getting real annoying because it doesn't really browse slowly. Normally, though, I do like to see the entire library. It feels a little bit more like real Magic, but it's just too many cards. Let's... I didn't want to do that, but I had already clicked it and could not stop. But it doesn't really matter because the goal turn is to get out this Pelecaworm or the Vastwood Hydra or the Primeval Titan, because Primeval Titan is scary. Let's do the Primeval Titan. I feel like that's going to transfer a I still get to search for 2 lands though, which is this land and that land. Confirm. Yes. And yes. And then we'll play the Pelecaworm next turn. Faith Fetters. Well, that was just mean. Yes, I wish to use that ability. Let's play the Pelecaworm, because he's scary. Alright. So we've got a few more turns to actually do something. We've got a Pelecaworm, it's got Trample, but he's just going to keep doing that to us. You cast, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Well, we don't have a creature in the battlefield. But we'll play him. You don't move it. I'm gonna attack with both of these guys because they're not doing anything at all. We're gonna at least get in for 1 damage. I'm guessing we're going to see another Well, let's just say we're going to see another pacifism or something. Are we? Doesn't tap during its controller's on tap step. Becomes the target of a spell. Destroy that. Okay. Okay, well, attack with him, and him. Attack. Search my library for 2 lands, because deck thinning's awesome. And I don't think that'll work, unfortunately. Oh, let's see. This is turn 9. And I have only 1 creature to attack with, so we don't win this one. Let's restart the duel. Let's keep it. We can hit. And the fact that we can all is dust nice and early. We should be able to get enough lands to cast the Pathanzer. We can all his dust and remove all of his annoying things. If we need to. Has 3 cards. Search your library for 2 basic land cards. Put them into play tapped. We're going to get another one off this guy. 1 here. So we just need 1 land at the next 2 turns. And we get 1,000 lands. Because 1,000 lands are awesome. But we don't get rid of him, which is unfortunate. Play that. Get my land. Confirm. Yep. And we need a land next turn. And we're in great shape. If we don't get a land though, we're going to struggle just a little bit. That's unfortunate. Basically the same thing that happened last time. We can do a lot of really stupid things. We're going to gain a lot of life. There we go. There's the land that I wanted. Yes, I wish to use that ability. We get 2 more lands. Confirm. Yep. 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 Skip the attack. It's going to take me a few turns to set up, but I should be able to get everything set up. It's just even on the Artisan. 7, 8. You know what? Make him big and scary. Because why not? Annihilate some stuff. Boom. Take a ton of damage. Roar! Victory. Suck it. I wasn't even expecting that he had only had 10 life because why not? But all right, now we have to weather the storm. Um, sure. We can mana excel and do some other things. Creature spells can't be cast. Pay for life. Destroy Aether Storm. It can't be regenerated. Any player can use that ability. So I just go like this. I pay for life, and we don't care. So I start at 16. Is that the whole thing? Is that the whole deck? Is that what I do? Let's Rampant Growth. Next turn we'll explore after we play the Glade Heart. Because I'd rather thin the deck a little bit than to play it, and we also have enough land to do it, regardless of what turn we cast it. Or we just play the Oracle. Oracle lets us do stupid things, like play that. So much fun. And now we can decide when we want to use the Explore. This reminds me of Turboland. Target creature on top of its owner's library. Yeah, it's fine. Oracle of Moldiah. Let's explore. We'll draw a card. And we'll play the land. I could be gaining a ton of life, but why would I want to gain a ton of life? When we can draw Paleka Worms. Paleka Worm. It's so scary. I'll attack with it. Why not? And then it's kind of broken with the Primeval Titan. Target creature gets -3/-3 total turn. Really? You're going to use it on that? Okay, that's fine. You can kill the Oracle. Sigh. And I will lose 4 life again. How much do I have? I don't have enough to do both. So, Primeval Titan it is. Oh, I'm so glad he's not in Standard. I hope he never comes back. Ever, ever. I hope Thragtusk leaves Standard as well. Because we can get into a discussion of cards in Standard that were just printed poorly and absolutely hate everything about it. So, let me, first off, Thragtusk is one of the most terribly misprinted cards ever. Simply because he says enters the battlefield and leaves the battlefield as his ability. So Thragtusk says, I come into play, I gain 5 life, I leave play, I get a 3/3. Whereas every other creature printed throughout Standard, in the current format, like Voice and the Celestia Guild Leader and everything, says specifically when it dies and not leaves play. So even if it said comes into play you gain 5 life and dies you get a 3/3, that would be fine. Really, those are the 2 you're going to return to my hand? Because I'm going to gain a ton of life off of both of them. Like, your plan is not working at all. But anyway, the other one that I have a gigantic problem with is Reckoner. If Boros Reckoner had the word other creature in his phrase, he would be fine. So Boris Reckoner says, whenever damage is dealt to Boris Reckoner, it may deal that damage to any target creature or player. It doesn't say any, it says target creature or player. And he can target himself. So if you give himself lifelink and indestructibility, he can target himself indefinitely and gain life indefinitely. So it's a gigantic problem. So I'm not a fan of the way they worded that. They could have worded it better. There was one other card that I can't think of right now that should have a one-word tweak that would make it balanced. Oh, I remember what it is. It's Angel of Serenity. If Angel of Serenity was like every other angel in the Avacyn Restored or Innistrad block, it would be perfectly playable and fine if it said other angel, because the problem is you can infinitely loop Angels of Serenity. If there are 2 Angels of Serenity on the battlefield or in the graveyard, you can permanently have them looped. The only way to stop it is to target them in response, and it's stupid that that's the only way to do it. Because if you're not playing a deck that has an instant speed kill card, so Jund, you can't stop it. So, yeah. Those are the 3 changes in Standard that I would make. That would be perfectly balanced and not hurt the game at all. The cards would still be just as good and still be played constantly, but there would not be an over commitment of cards. So that would be the 2 for this. So when we come back, we'll do these 2. Alright guys, see you in a bit.